afternoon. Oh, there we go. It's working. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on what time you're watching this and where you're watching from. Well, technically listening. I just wanted to stop by on this Monday and encourage us to have a good mood Monday, be in a good mood, shake the weekend and get back into the groove of things. However, I had to get a boost myself. So I was listening to, excuse me, one of my favorite mentors, and my mentor inspired me through reminding me that the saying, time is money, is really a setup. Like, you may agree, you may disagree. All comments are welcome as long as they're respectful. So join the conversation. Is time really money? Well, when you say that, I feel it leaves you in a position of limitation. And that's why I like to say that time is way more valuable than money, because when we keep allowing ourselves to believe the lie that time is money, we spend a lot of our time wasting time, because we are not understanding that if we want to live better, if we want to live wealthy, we then have to understand that how we use our time matters. Um, and I pray that you're getting it the way that I received it, because this thing right here cannot just be for me. I personally feel that this is something that I needed to share. I talk about time management often because productivity is definitely key to success. Like, you have to learn how to manage your time in order to change your life. Yes, a miracle can happen. However, after the miracle, now what? I use the example of the man at the pool of Bethesda, where he was basically, sitting there waiting for somebody to come get him. And then when somebody did come get him, he still had to get up and walk. So that's why I'm choosing to have this conversation with you this morning, this evening, this afternoon, depending on, when you're listening to this, that we must understand that time is so valuable, and we can't keep spending our time wasting it. What does that mean? I keep saying it, right? What does it mean? Wasting your time means doing things that are not pushing you towards your purpose. If it is not benefiting your purpose and you're miserable right now, then you have to start changing the activities that you're doing. Nobody's coming to get you. I have to say it this way because we're so getting used to the sugar coated, watered down versions of life, when life is rough. Life is tough. And if we can't get through the bad days, if we can't get through the process, then we're going to stay stuck. Think about it. Even when you illustrate somebody being pulled out the mud, there's pressure. The mud is trying to keep the body in, and the person trying to help get the person out, or the animal, whatever, is pressure. It's not comfortable. So why do we feel that moving to the next level in our life and living our life on purpose and winning on purpose is going to be this non-bumpy road? No. I say all that to say that learning how to manage your time better is not always as easy as it's often said to be. It takes a lot of sacrifice to manage your time wisely and live your life on purpose. Because if you are familiar with the traditions of the Western society, you are then going to definitely have a few challenges changing how you manage your time, because your, how can I word this? Your whole schedule changes because your mindset changes. And I just wanted to encourage you. Like, I feel like I'm going a little deeper than I need to, because I feel like I just want to make sure that you right now that is dealing with trying to change your life. I hate using the word trying, but sometimes I feel it's necessary. But if you're dealing with, like, you feel like you've stuck, you feel like, all right, I took 5 steps forward. Now I'm getting to that 6th step and it seems like I'm not getting anywhere. If that's you today, I encourage you to evaluate your productivity. I encourage you to see how you are spending your time. What are you doing? Are you often entertaining yourself, or are you feeding your purpose? Whether that's personal investment, whether that is um spending time with those in the position that you're trying to go. Like, what are you doing with your time? Are you spending it complaining? Are you around negative people? Are you being distracted by the pleasures of flesh? Like, where are you at today when it comes to understanding the importance of time? You know, my mentor, he said this so well, and he said, everybody has the opportunity to becoming wealthy. Everybody has the opportunity to meet, that goal or that number. However, it's how fast you get there determines if you've arrived. I can't really repeat it the way it was delivered. However, what I got from that is that speed is so important when it comes to living a fulfilled, well, no, I'm not going to word it that way. I don't know. I feel like what I wanted to share, I've already shared, and I want you all to definitely think about that today. I don't take time management lightly. I don't take spending my time wisely lightly. Why? Because that determines the outcome of your future. That determines the outcome of your plan. Like, what do y'all think about that? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Like, and I use this example as other coaches and mentors use. Think about it. I can give you $10,000 today. Who wouldn't want $10,000 today? I know it sounds so like $10,000. Yeah, I could get that. Bet I'll give you $10,000 today. And then tomorrow, you're diagnosed with a condition that's not curable and it costs $10,000 to cure. How valuable is your money then? You're now faced with life and death. So it's not to live your life in fear. No, it's to start living your life on purpose. Like, why are you not starting that thing? I understand you don't like where you are. You want change. You want something different. But what is stopping you? That's the question. I get it. You got bills. I get that part. So you still got to make money somehow. All right. Well, what are you doing in your free time that you could be doing towards your business versus doing something else? What are you going to sacrifice? How bad do you want the change in your life? Yeah, I have to ask these questions so that you really start to look at your life and not complain about life, because life is a gift. And in order to be thankful every day that you wake up, it's easier to be thankful when you have a purpose, or when you know your purpose, when you have a plan and you trust the creator. Like, it's way easier, because there's been times where I used to wake up and I'd be like, why? And honestly, that's where Good Mood Mondays came from, because it gets a little tough sometimes. Sometimes you just want to crawl up and be like, nah, we're not doing this today. But then that's not pushing you towards your purpose. That's keeping you stuck. So when you start to look at time and look at time differently, that's when you you gonna start seeing some changes, because you're now being more productive towards your purpose. Now, of course, we can get a little bit more into this, but I'm just delivering a surface message right now, because a lot of people are stuck wasting time. I talk to a lot of people often, and I I'm seeing as a common denominator time gaps. That's what I like to call them, where they say, "Oh, I need to get XYZ done. I want to do da da da." And then in their free time, they're not doing either of those things. And then they're left with excuses. And if they would just start to grasp the concept of understanding that time is more valuable than money, they would win instantly. And this is not just because I've practiced it, but it's been practiced by many people that understand that you, you got to start evaluating your time. I know I said that real country proper or whatever, but this is a raw, real rough, conversation, because the ouch may hurt, but I pray that you heal. Stop wasting time. If people are being extra and they're not serving you no purpose, what you gonna do? Put your big girl pants on, like one of my lady mentors always says, and keep going. Forget them folks. Forget them people. Like, you can't sit up there and stop the plan that God has for your life because you got somebody that don't know the plans that God has for their life. No, we're not doing that in 2023, as we're about to exit 2023. We're not doing that. So again, I pray that you don't waste no time today. You enjoy this week. You start to get excited about the plans. I understand we living in hard times. It's a lot going on. However, you are called to be great. You were called to be amazing. So you can't be distracted by none of that. And of course, I pray that you smile at somebody today, and you pray for somebody, whether they're in front of you, behind you, that's in the car, in the store, wherever. You never know, your prayer may change and or save their life. And until next time, good day.